In this video, we are going to be looking at how to increase sales. I'll be sharing with you 3 secrets on effective closing. In fact, these secrets are what I adopted into my businesses and services, and since I adopted these secrets into my businesses, I noticed I have been making an high amount of sales compared to the numbers of sales I was making before I adopted these requirements into my business. So I'll be sharing with you those 3 key secrets on how to increase your sale. If you are new here, consider subscribing and watch this video to the very end. What is closing? Closing is a sales term which refers to the process of making a sale. So in terms of business, in terms of buying and selling, to close a sale means to get more patronage into your business, in your business and services. Okay, now the 3 ways to increase your sales now. Okay, the number 1 is your product or services desirable? Okay, is your product or service desirable? You see, customers want to know what you are selling, and when they know what you are selling, the customer's desire must be aroused sufficiently before you ask him or her to make a decision. You see, a lot of business men and women make a lot of mistakes, especially in this area. You see, before you introduce your product to someone, before you tell someone to patronize you, you first of all try to arouse their desire for your product. You try to make them like your product. You try to make them feel the need to have that product. This is because if you should just put down your offer before them, place your offer before them without proper introduction to what you do, what your service is, and why they should give into your product, if you should just do this, they are not going to see reasons to patronize you, and they might not give in to that sale. So the sale techniques, number 1 is make sure you get the customers to know what your businesses and services is all about, and make sure you arouse the customers' desire to buying and giving into your product. Make them see reasons to have your product. For instance, let's say I'm into a kind of animation business. I make animations and graphics for companies and businesses. Okay, if I'm speaking with one of my customers and I want the person to patronize me, we are trying to reach an agreement on sales and the likes. Okay, the first thing I need to do is I need to make that person see the reason why he or she needs to needs to advertise. Because animation and graphics is dealing with advertisement. Maybe the person is a company owner or a business owner, and since all this while maybe the person is into other means of advertisement, and me as an animator or a graphics designer, I want that person to patronize me. So the first thing I need to do is to make that person see reasons, importance and benefits of advertising through animations and graphics. So that is the number 1 techniques of how to increase your sale. Make the person see reasons to give in to the service in which you offer. So that is the number 1 point. Okay, the number 2 is, does the customer believe in your company? The sales techniques number 2, does the customer believe in your company? You see, customers must believe in your company and yourself. The customer must trust you and be convinced that you and your company have the capability to deliver on your promises. You see, naturally, people don't give in to sales on companies and peoples they don't trust. So the first thing you need to do with every new customer that steps at your door is you try to gain the trust of that customer. Gaining the trust in several ways. The number 1 way is try to gain the trust on making sure the customer believes you are really capable to make this thing, you are really capable to produce this offer. So for instance, let's say I supply cement let's say I supply cement to maybe building sites and the likes, and somebody wants to hire me to supply maybe 500 bags of cement to their site. Okay, the first thing I need to do is to make that person trust me. You look for what ways you can do that in making that person trust you to see that I'm really capable to supply this amount of cement to you. That is number one. The number two is make that person trust you. Make the people you are delivering your service to, make them trust you in such a way that this thing you are doing, are you going to really deliver quality service? Are you really going to deliver quality service? Are you offering the best price? Make them see you as the best. Make them have all trust on you. Make them believe in your price. Make them believe in your product. Make them believe in the quality of your product. So with that, you are going to gain a vast amount of trust from your customers, and this is going to increase your sales. You see, naturally people they prefer to patronize someone in which they trust. At times people prefer to patronize people they trust than patronizing someone they do not trust with a lower price. You see, if I have a customer presently and I know this person can deliver me this amount of goods, and I have a new customer, someone I've never patronized, and I know this person can also deliver me this amount of goods, the same amount of goods, but at a cheaper price, most people will still prefer to go for the trusted customers with an higher price than going for someone who has not gained their trust at a lower price. So sales techniques number 2, make your customers believe in your companies. Make your customers believe in your products and services. Okay, that is sales techniques number 2. Okay, sales techniques number 3, can your customer use what you are selling? This area as well, a lot of businessmen and women make lots of mistakes in this area. All they are concerned about is how to sell their product. What they will just want to do is just to give out their product and get money, and that is all. You see, it is part of your responsibility. It is part of your function to make sure your customers get the highest number of utility, the highest amount of satisfactions from your products and services. So for instance, let me use as an example again. I am an animator or a graphic designer, and I make animations and graphic designs for businesses and services. So if you come to me and you say, okay, I want you to help me make this, after I've done the first 2 techniques for making sales, okay, the next thing I will do after I sell my product is I will make sure I help you to gain the highest amount of satisfaction from that product. It is my responsibility to tell you, okay, now that I have made these graphics for you, okay, now I've done this animation for you, okay, do you know you should promote this by sending this on Facebook, by sending this on Twitter, making lots of people see this, by going to the medias, the TV, the television stations, radio stations, to broadcast this in order to bring more sales. So it is your function to help your customers derive the highest number of satisfaction from your product. Okay, let's say you sell creams, for instance, body creams. Okay, this body cream, when the body cream you are selling can be used, okay, to maintain maybe a soft skin and others. Okay, maybe as an addition to the product you are selling, maybe the body cream also helps in killing rashes and dandruff from the skin. Okay, you know, the number one function of the cream is just for the soft skin. It is your function, it is your responsibility as the seller to make your buyers know that. Also, do you know this cream as well, when you use it, is going to kill dandruff on your skin, is going to kill rashes on your skin. So you try to make the customers derive the highest satisfaction or utility from your product. With that, it's going to make the customer trust you the more, and it's going to make them come back to you for more products and services later. So that is going to be all for now. 3 sales techniques in which we just mentioned. Number one is your product or services desirable? Make the customers know what you are selling. Arouse the desire of the customers. Okay, that's number one. Number two, does your customer believe in your product? Make them see reasons to trust you. Make them see you as the best. Make them believe in you and trust you. Okay, number three, can your customer use what you are selling? Okay, help your customers to derive the highest numbers of satisfaction or utility from your product. Open their eyes to opportunities your product offers. Open their eyes to the importance of your product. Open their eyes to gain the highest number of satisfaction from your product. Okay, very soon I'm going to be making a video on investing. I'm going to be making a product on how to gain the trust of your customers, how to gain more trust from your customers, so as to increase your sales, so as to increase your patronage. So if you are new here, consider subscribing in order not to miss such updates from me. See you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.